right, so let's see what happens when there are shifts and changes in a tangent function. So if I have y equals tan of 2x, remember typically our vertical asymptotes are at negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. So we're just going to take this 2x and make it equal to pi over 2 and also make it equal to negative pi over 2. When I divide each side by 2, or multiply by a half, remember dividing by 2 is the same thing as multiplying by a half, I get x equals pi over 4 and x equals negative pi over 4. So notice now it's changing. It's going to be in between the pi over 4 and the negative pi over 4. So now my vertical asymptotes will be like this. And we're going to have that same graph. Notice there's no amplitude, so it's just going to go through that middle section at 1 and negative 1, and the graph is going to look like this. Now doing the other parts of it gets a little confusing. So we have to determine where the other parts are. So remember that this is 1/4 apart. Let's just draw it like this, and another 1/4 apart, which is going to be a half apart, right? So we have to actually go back to our middle school math and think of what's happening here. So my next vertical asymptote will be at the negative 3 pi over 4 and the positive 3 pi over 4. And my graphs are going to be the same. Put my 0, 1, negative 1 at the quarters. All right, so that's what tan of 2x would look like. Now what happens if I have y equals cotan of x over 4? So remember the cotan was at 0 and pi. So I'm going to take that x over 4 and put it equal to 0, and that x over 4 and put it equal to pi. When I multiply each side by 4, I know x is equal to 0 because anything times 0, and x is equal to 4 pi. So now this graph is going to have vertical asymptotes at 0 and 4 pi and negative 4 pi. So all the vertical asymptotes are now at 0, 4 pi, negative 4 pi. And the graph is going to look the same. Remember, it's going to go through 0. And remember, those quarter marks are going to be opposite of the tan marks. And the graphs are going to look like kind of like a negative cubic graph that we did in Algebra 2.